Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer, and today's episode of Midlands to London we're going to be heading back down towards the south to build Oxford Railway Station and some of the tracks leading in from Didcot Parkway up towards Oxford. I think we'll just build a southern approach to Oxford in this episode and then head northwards in the next episode perhaps, but in the last episode we built Smethwick Galton Bridge, which is this station here. I've still got a lot of work to do around this station to make it look a lot better, but that's the bare bones of the station. I'm pretty pleased actually with how it's turned out because it is quite complicated. You've got things going on 3 different levels with the station, the road going over the high level station and the low level station. So all this needs really is, I think, lots of trees planting to make it look better. But other than that, it's finished. And that tunnel as well, that worked out quite well. I think with some shrubs and trees around here, it'll just make that look a little bit better. Got some central trains stopping here already. I know they don't have to because there's nothing yet for them to connect onto, but once the Snow Hill line is kind of hooked up, then it'll be an interchange for passengers heading towards, where's this? This is Worcester. So it'll be kind of, where is it? It's not, is it Solihull? No, it could be. Possibly Solihull, Worcester, is it? Goes along the Snow Hill line across the top there. I'll double check that anyway. But yeah, that's all in place now, so that's good. Still haven't built Wolverhampton Junction North or North Junction. That needs to be built. I did say I was going to do a time lapse rebuilding that, and I probably still will at some stage, but yeah, I've just been a bit pushed for time. Sorry about the lateness of the this episode. Obviously I've been working a little bit on my rail focus channel at the minute, and yeah, I've let this kind of slip. But it's not just that as well. We had the bank holiday, so I couldn't record any voiceover material during the bank holiday because basically I didn't have the room to myself. That was another kind of thing that got in the way, but we are back at it now. So there's Didcot Parkway. Here is Oxford. I think Oxford is going to have to move because I'm just looking at the way things are orientated, and I think Bicester is going to have to move as well a little bit north, and Oxford is going to have to move south just to get this line from Oxford to Bicester in place. I've just done a little bit of painting, but yeah, there we go. That's enough of that. Let's just build, shall we? So just have a quick look. Yeah, just want to see if I'm building the actual station in the right orientation this time. So building, we are going to be using, doesn't really matter. I think Oxford has been redone, hasn't it, recently? So I think we'll use this will make it 100. I think I'll do 160 plus a segment. I don't think it's quite like 240 meters long. It's not quite that long, is it? So let's do that. Let's high speed catenary, no catenary, and just chuck on that there, and then let's just double check I've put it in the right sort of place. Ignore where Oxford is at the minute, that will be moving, and then we'll just get a little bit of track in. So track, high speed, and it's got 4 tracks with 2 bypass down the centre, and I said we're going to put an extra segment on, didn't we, just to make it a little bit longer, because obviously it is like the Chiltern mainline services do stop here, so just want to make sure it's long enough for those. And I don't think they're particularly long consists either, the Class 68 haul unit. We do have to get a bay platform in as well, so let's go to King's Cross, new, and chuck that on there. That's fine. So it's pretty straightforward really, just 2 main platforms, and then we do have some bay I know we don't have to put these 2 platform faces for each platform on anymore, 2 segments, but this actually does look like quite a wide platform at Oxford, so I'll put that on there and then just chuck that down there, something a bit like that. I think that's pretty much it. And then the steps, which I'm not too sure about. Yeah, we do have lifts. Let's just take a look at these, which way they're facing the right way as well. I think I will chuck on one of these escalators. It might be steps in real life, but it's got a lift, so I'm tempted to put that on there and chuck that in there like so. And then what else do we want? Yeah, I think, can I get rid of some of these segments? I don't think I can. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to leave that actually, and I'm just going to chuck a roof on there. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a few ticket machines, a few benches. This has got like a pitched roof. That's the only reason I was kind of a bit hesitant, but not to worry. Maybe some on there and then along there as well. And then we'll go in with the roof, which we're going to be using the new. Yeah, that it'll work-ish, and then just cover this little bit there. Yeah, this should have a pitched roof. I mean, it's not, no, it's just a building, it's not like a concourse. Just a little bit worried if I get rid of these segments, you don't have a connection then, do you? It'd just be nice to have a little connection from this platform here, if you get what I mean. Let's just, no, I think I'm going to go with my original proposal for this, which is just a few segments along here and then just chuck a roof on it. Maybe if I go with different roof mean, it doesn't really make much difference, does it? It doesn't look much like it does in real life, but I think we'll go with that. And then a bit more coverage on that platform there, like so. And obviously that does need some tracks as well, doesn't it? So let's chuck in a few tracks to there, like so. And then this, actually, looking at, I thought Oxford, you know, with its history and everything, would have an older looking station, but it appears to have quite a modern looking station building, main building. So let's take a look. No, that's a little bit too big, something like that. No, that's too big. That's about right, I think. So maybe if I chuck one of them on there, and then what are these? The ones without entrance, and these are the ones with entrance. So zoom back into there, try and get some of these to kind of line up. So get rid of that one, use one with yeah, that one, and then that one, nope, that one, and then a couple more of these just along there, like so. Let's say that, can I use one of these? Well, that'll work as well, that's good. Right, let's chuck that on, something a bit like that anyway, ish. Yeah, that works. So let's just, I'll take a look at MISC. What are you? Basement with stairs? No, you're not. I'm tempted to maybe, no, that just wouldn't look right at all. Has that got a glass roof on it? Let's just take a quick look. Is that glass? No, it's just too tall. What are you? Are you glass? No, but I don't know actually. This isn't going to be anywhere near accurate, but it might just kind of stand in for what I'm trying to do. So let's get rid of these. This one here, wasn't it? The only problem is it doesn't join up with the actual thingamabob. No, that just doesn't work at all, does it? Nice try, but no, I don't think really looks any better than what I had envisaged. Yeah, I'm just not happy. I guess I could, if I get rid of that, yeah, because you don't have that link from like the main station obviously round to the main building. I could, let's go with passenger. No, it's going to be in King's Cross, isn't it? This is supposed to be a simple station, but I'm just trying to make it look a little bit closer to how it does in real life. No, you don't get a connection there either. No, I think my original plan probably is the best. Not with old segments though. So I'll just chuck in some ticket machines down there and then some benches maybe to the side of them, and then just cover it with a roof. Stick with the old, I guess. Doesn't really make much difference, but I can't really see any other way of doing that. And then we'll have, I think we'll just have steps. I think we'll just use the old style steps on there. Something a bit like that anyway. So I think it's as close as we're going to get with the segments that we have. Good, so that's that bit done. Next bit is the track down towards kind of Didcot Parkway sort of direction. So high speed, no catenary, and then we're just going to be heading straight out of the station. I think we'll go, yeah, we'll head out with the two main through tracks like so, and then have this coming in. Nice, reasonably fast switch on that, and then a piece of track, so it's 3 track, and then around the same kind of place. Where's the little switch motor thing? From about there. Again, another reasonably fast switch, something a bit like that, I think. And then we want to, I think I'll delete. Yeah, I'll delete that track there. Right, good. Get rid of you, and then we want a river. So let's try this. Don't know how successful this is going to be. Brush strength, full power, a little bit of a channel. Yeah, you just can't really make narrow rivers channels with the tools that we have available, and that needs to curve in a bit more. I'm not going to spend hours on this river. I'll probably come back to it and do a little bit of playing around with it, but this is the River Thames that we're putting in here, something a bit like that. Yeah, so I think I'll just finesse this a little bit, I think. Let's just turn the volume down, the power, just make that look, because obviously we're going to be putting a bridge in, and then obviously I think we just want to kind of smooth that off a little bit. Yeah, it's all just very angular, isn't it? It's not particularly natural looking. Right, so we've got that in there, and then we've got the bridge, which I didn't actually take a look at what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it might just be a girder bridge, but it's 3 separate girder bridges. Or 2 separate girder bridges rather, so we'll put that in. Actually no, we want to be a little bit higher, don't we? So let's start from here, something a bit like that. Span's a little bit long, but not to worry. So we'll girder bridge, something a bit, no, that's a little bit, needs to be a bit higher. Girder bridge, that one. Yes, I think we'll just go with that. And then I built that in completely the wrong place. Let's try that again one more time. So from about there, nope, railway, up 2 maybe, straight across, girder bridge. I think it is green as well actually. And then we'll just get rid of, we'll have to get rid of this track we put in. So you into there, and then you coming alongside. Nope, you're not going to run alongside. Why aren't you running? Just run alongside. That's better. Something a bit like that. And then this one merged into the side, didn't it? So that should be like that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll build another segment and then another one. And then I'll get rid of that, and that will give us that bridge. That's actually worked out quite well. And then just straight along there and then into there. 74. Yeah, I will take that. Happy with that. And then we'll have a switch across there with a reasonable speed. Something a bit like that. That'll do. As we have an autosave. Okie dokie, and then we just want a little bit more track. Where are we? We're there. Good. Right, so 2 main tracks coming through, which basically that's like the main line, and then we'll bring this track in alongside. We want, what speed is that saying? I think 100. Yeah, it's only 100 miles per hour railway, isn't it? So we can get away with that alongside there. And then immediately after the bridge we do have a railway line that just goes dead like that, so chuck that in there. And then we've got 4, I think we've got 5 tracks at one stage, so we've got that there. This probably actually should be like older because I don't think this gets used. Something a bit like that, like a siding. It's just a bit random the way they kind of, this 4-track section just comes to a dead end. I don't know if there's an old bridge in there that got demolished or something, or you know, they just never finished it, but it just kind of dead ends with a buffer on the end, a bit like that. And that's all fine. So we got the 4 tracks, and then it does go into, it goes from 3 to 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and then back to 4, something a bit like that. Yeah, right, so we've got this junction here. Onto the next drawing. Yeah, maybe I think I'll just bring this in a little bit. I mean, it's not, I don't know what it's used for, if anything, but we do need it in place, so we'll chuck that in there. Yeah, because we've got a switch there as well, so if trains do want to stop at those platforms, I guess it's just a little bit of extra capacity, isn't it? So that's there, that's fine. Next thing is we need some switches, so we'll start from here. Don't think they need to be particularly fast because I don't know if they're going to get used or not. Then another one, and then while that's doing that, we've got another track coming off, which actually, yeah, we'll have a new switch for that, and then another switch down like so. And then I think this will be old track, just to give it a little bit of definition. I think at this stage now, these 2 tracks are all to do with the stabling that we've got going on here. But I think I'll just continue with these two tracks anyway for now. Give them a little bit of a lift. Yeah, I'll just chuck in them anyway. I'm trying to look at too many drawings at once. There's a lot going on. Right, so we've got that going on, that going on. This is pretty much all sidings. Maybe, I think this, from Google Maps, this looks like quite new track. You know, it looks like it's still used, but I think just to give it a little bit of definition, actually, I haven't said that. Train's coming up here on the down fast, or just on the down. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? That's just the down. That's the up, and that's the down. That's fine. Don't need to worry. So yeah, we've got that there, and then we need a little track. Just actually, yeah, just do that. It just starts to diverge away from the main line briefly. Let's just give it a little tiny bit of a lift, and then it kind of merges back into the main line a bit like that. I'm not going to build all of the sidings. I just want to build these main ones because these are like a bit of a feature which it just wouldn't look right without. So if I plonk that into there like that. They still look fairly active as well, these sidings, so we will include them. So we'll put that onto there like so, and then we will put in again some shiny track, and then I'll just have these other 2 tracks just merging in from here like so. Yeah, there are loads of sidings all over here. I might do some more, but for now I just want to get that in place and then get the rest of this junction constructed. So on to drawing number 3. It's quite complicated, this actually. Yeah, so all of those tracks have merged back in now, but now we're back to 3 track for a little bit. From that we've got a switch, so that's coming down. I've got a switch from there onto the main line, and then down a little bit more we've got a switch onto the up. So yeah, freight trains would have to wrong line for a little bit, and then just onto the up there, that's fine. And then we've got another switch just after that. Continue that 3rd track down, and then we've got, coming off that, back to 4 tracks again, like so. Bring this down. Yeah, all so far so good, and then we'll continue the main line down towards Didcot. Keep it on a little bit of an embankment. I think probably one of the things that I should have done from the get-go really was start to build my tracks just on a little bit of an embankment. Just helps if we've got to put any bridges in and stuff like that, but yeah, it's a bit too late to start to come to that realisation, but we'll continue now. We've still got plenty to build anyway. Right, so we've got this track here, and then we've got this 4th track coming alongside. Have we got any more switches? We've got lots more switches actually. Yeah, not entirely sure what, I mean, this is like mostly freight stuff I guess, but we've got a lot going on. So we've got a switch there, and at the same time this is diverging back into two, back into the main line, and then we've got another switch from there onto the up. Should make those a little bit smaller, I think, like so. Is that right? So we've got that switch there. We've got two of those, have we, apparently? So we'll carry that one alongside, maybe, and another switch there, yeah, and get rid of that, and then this basically goes off towards the BMW factory, I think I saw on Google Maps. Don't know if this track's used. Yeah, I did say the junction was going to be here, but obviously we haven't got enough room for all the switches that I needed to put in, so I don't know what's going to happen with this track. I'm just going to put 2 tracks off for now, like so, and then I think I will, because according to Open Rail Map, this is disused, it's brown, which usually denotes a disused railway, so I think we'll just chuck that in, and maybe just have this. No, yeah, just don't like my switches being 2 different types of tracks, so I think I'll just chuck that in there, like so. But we've got all the main junctions in anyway, so let's just do a few signals. I think don't want to do too many signals until we've done the actual railway service, but I think we can be pretty safe around here. So that is a down main line, which needs to be one way, doesn't it? Yes, and then we're going to have this because trains are going to be running the wrong line, so that's fine. We'll chuck that in there. I mean, there's no trains going to be crossing at this point anyway, I don't think. I haven't really envisaged any services. The only services that are going to be, the only freight services that are going to be using this are going to be from Southampton, which is obviously miles down there, but is denoted by this food factory. And then obviously it's going to get on here, go through Basingstoke, through Reading, and then under the new Greater Separated Junction, and then up to Ditcod Parkway, and then on towards Birmingham somewhere. I think I want, where is it? This place here? No, it can't be, can it? Solihull, no, it's, I'm not sure. I'll have to research the route again, I think. It might be, don't know. But there is a freight service that I wanted to put on from Southampton docks, basically up towards Birmingham. And obviously we need to relocate. I think I will leave Oxford for now, because we've got to build the section from Oxford and Oxford Parkway up to Bicester, and then I'll relocate Oxford, and then I'll make this river look a little bit nicer, the River Thames, which is miles away. This, I don't know, because this is supposed to be the River Thames as well, as is this. I mean, it might meander this sort of direction, then maybe take a hard north, but I don't think it does. I'll have to play around, I think, with a little odd bit of it. Obviously the geography is a little bit out, just to try and force everything to get to work the way I want it to. But we've done Oxford. Might look a little bit ugly for now, but we've got a nice starting point basically for the Chilterns main line extension, which obviously is going to go off towards Banbury, Leamington Spa, and obviously we've got Bicester to build as well. So not very much to show you in this episode other than a little bit of railway, but I'm going to have to leave it there for today. Stay until next time. Bye bye.